Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back, and last week has been all about TC virus, TC virus. Today, I'm beaming my light on somebody else, so we'll make a better analysis. And that person happens to be this man on your screen. The part of the Bible tells us that we shouldn't fear the one that could destroy the body, but we should fear that one that could destroy the soul. Evil spirit, no dey kill person. Na bad person, dey kill person. Likewise, the angel can't come down to assist you. Na good person with good heart will assist you, and na bad person with evil heart will kill you. Before I start, the guy you see on my screen, he's a member of the Nollywood. His name is Stanley Ajemba, aka Stanley on top. This guy doesn't have a good heart. His heart is made out of stone. And I'll prove it. Please, pay attention to every details. Now, on the day Junior Pope died, this said Stanley was by the riverside. And he made some couple of live videos, which I'm going to pick some, and I'll play them for you right now. Okay, the first one I would want you to listen to is this one. Pay attention.
But I don't enter in brain now. As what I enter in brain, don't finish. How much is life jacket?
Now he said, water don't enter in brain. And as water enter in brain, it don't finish. In my view, it's justifiable because you can't spend that much amount of time underneath the water without oxygen and you still expect the person to come out alive. So what he was saying more or less was, JP's gone. That was what he was trying to say. Which he was right. Take note of it anyway. Take note of everything. This was the second clip I got from that live. This was by the riverside, so he was present. He was present to what was going on. He was like an eyewitness. This was the second clip he made. Pay attention again.
No, they don't carry much. When they go in Bamam, carry tomorrow morning, they go in the house now. No, not here. If they go house.
Now he rejected the fact that they should take him to the morgue. But he suggested that they should take him to his personal house and embalm him there. The next day, they take him to his family house in Enugu. Does this remind you of anything? If it doesn't, let me remind you, or let me bring you up to speed. Mobad. The way the father was hasting to make sure he buries the son the next morning as quick as possible. There are many dimensions to why you would bury somebody that quick. And I had to split them into two sides. The good, the bad, legal, illegal. The good side. Maybe the person died of a contagious disease that could be spread out to other people. You have to just put him underneath. Or financial constraints. Most times you don't have money to perform burial rites. You just have to put your loved one underneath immediately. Then later you can do the burial rites. Then on the other, if you're a Muslim, or in some cultures, if you committed suicide. But you should understand that it's a collective decision. It's either a family decision, which is as well a collective decision, or from state actors, the government. On the bad side, these are decisions that is being carried out so as to avert being arrested, which includes for the victim to undergo autopsy. And there's a spiritual dimension to it, which is what most people believe is, so the spirit, if the person is being buried immediately, the spirit of their victim won't come back to haunt them. So it's better the victim is being laid to rest, that's buried immediately. No autopsy. And you need to understand, these are this decision on the bad side is being taken by, in most cases, the perpetrators of the crime. Now join me as we make a better sense of this whole thing. Now, let me play you guys a clip from a social media content creator who happens to be an eyewitness to what transpired at the hospital that Junior Pope was taken to. Because eventually, Junior Pope was taken away from the river. Not even into the hospital. Let me remind you. Not even into, but to the morgue. But when they got to the morgue, according to this eyewitness, let me just play you guys the clip. Pay attention.
They already took the guy to the morgue. He didn't enter inside the mortuary because the mortuary attendant refused and said if he's going to stay here, he can only stay for only 3 days because he died in the water. At this time, there was a large crowd, more than 500 persons in the hospital. As we were approaching, the next thing we heard, Junior Pope is alive. Junior Pope is alive. JP is alive. One stupid boy was the one that started that news. Junior Pope is alive. And he stood as people were running towards the body. This boy was recording. He was recording. Like this was like it was like a prank us. It just like say prank us. Just the record. So the uncivilized people there, some started hitting him, slippers. He is alive. We're hitting his leg, We're already in the hospital. Can the doctor come back and check him again? For where 95% of the people there had the same opinion that he should be taken back to the river. That Babalawo would have brought him out. How do you move somebody? Let's assume Junior Pope's hand shook at that time. We'll assume say hand shake. So person when hand shake, how do you move him from a hospital to Babalawo? How do you do that? Such ideas could have come from only a demon showing on the screen as an actor. And Babalawo house is like up the hill. He had to climb and climb and climb. He got there. They put him near a fire. The Babalawo, I think he called some other Babalawo too to join him. They tried all they could. Junior Pope did not wake up.
Yeah, I like what you said when you said this decision or this suggestion can only come from a demon. Now, the clip you just saw, I tried to make it short. I just tried to pick out some important part. I'm still going to talk about the larger part, the larger picture of the clip, which include he came to the hospital with JP's wife and some other things that played out. So I would still make mention of them as we move. But one thing I want you to understand now is this is a desperate attempt. This is not just about content creation like most people said. He wanted to create content. No, there's a bigger picture to it. Because this is some sort of guts. This is some sort of do or die affair. It's some sort of do or die affair. Nobody can take such risk. Nobody will want to take such. Nobody will want to joke with such situation. Who? This is an desperate attempt to achieve something. Let's be serious here. Let's be realistic here. Let's move on. Now, on the way to the Babalawo's place, Stanley said this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Junior Pope is still alive. We are just taking him to the river to perform some certain rituals.
That was what he said. Junior Pope is still alive. We are taking him to the river to perform some certain rituals. But before we move further, let me take you guys a little bit backward. The guy on the froze, I don't know if I introduced him. His name is Famous Deacon. He's a content creator. He's based in Asaba as well. Now, He said, let me play it for you guys.
Said, even before they brought him out of the river, they said they brought one babalawo that brought him out of the river. That the babalawo said sun has gone down, so he cannot bring anybody from the river. But because Junior Pope is a celebrity, he will just try and do it so that fishes will not eat his body and all that. So that was why the man brought him out. So
I forgot I was supposed to even play this initially. That's some facts, what he found out when JP came outside, because he was there. This is what he had to say.
But some facts. First, that other guy, his stomach was already strong, but JP's own was not. That guy was a little puffy, a little swollen, but JP was still normal, except at that time he already had, black lips. And
now he was talking about the other guy that was rescued out of the water with JP. But JP wasn't bloated, but the other guy was bloated. So there's a fishy angle to all of this, which we're still trying to unravel. Let's get back to the topic. So I played the clip where he was heading to the babalawos. And I also played the clip where he was rescued. At the point of JP, just Junior Pope being rescued, a babalawo came into play, who they claim assisted in getting JP out. And it's this same babalawo they are taking JP to. Do you sense something in it or not? Because if the babalawo knew there was something he was supposed to do, why didn't he do it before letting them take his body to the hospital or to the morgue? And I believe the greatest fear was because the attendant told them he could be kept here for 3 days. I think that 3 days was a big threat. That was why there was reinforcement. And immediately he shouted, Junior Pope is alive. I wish you guys could just go back and watch the full clip of this famous deacon. Immediately he shouted Junior Pope was alive. It was like an attack. What pained me most in all of this was the way Junior Pope was being humiliated, using slippers to smack all his body, dragging him back to the babalawo, putting him by the fireside and everything, and bringing him back. All because of one man, Stanley Ajemba. This is not content creation. There's more to it. There's a reason. There's a desperate reason to it. It's like a do or die move. Action movie. Do you know he could be lynched for that? Now, let's continue. Immediately he came out from the babalawo. If you had listened to the famous deacon said, the babalawo did all he could. Junior Pope didn't wake up. Only God knew why he took Junior Pope there. Now, when him came out of the babalawo, this is what he had to say. Listen to him.
We took it upon ourselves. They took this guy from river direct to the morgue, to mortuary. The mortuary attendant said that this guy never died. May they carry and go perform the ritual. If they perform the ritual, then they carry him to the hospital. We took this guy to the herbalist place, and the guy performed all the whole ritual and told us to go and give him oxygen. What's they worry you?
He said, they took him from the river to the morgue. The mortuary attendant said he is not dead. That they took it upon themselves to take him back to the babalawo to perform the rituals. And after the rituals, the babalawo said they should take him back to the hospital and give him oxygen. The question is, who takes away somebody that is desperately in need of medical attention away from the hospital to the shrine? Who does that? In JP's voice. Who does that? Now, the painful part in all this is he came out from the babalawos and still giving out false misinformation, disinformation, everything, that JP is still alive.
Just to justify his reason for going there in the first place. Can you imagine?
That all he needs now is oxygen. But I think at this point he should be happy because I think his mission has been accomplished. But he claimed JP is still alive. All he needed was oxygen. Did they get the oxygen? Let's find out from him if they got the oxygen at the end of the day to bring back JP. Listen very carefully.
and immediately can't go hospital.
The hospital where una go, now the one where no get oxygen.
They get oxygen. They get oxygen.
So which one they say they do not have the equipment, they have to move into another
The
place.
equipment they talk like this way they put for chest. What's be that name? What's be the name?
Life, this thing.
If they put it that hospital, that last hospital will go, they get full equipment. You know what they do, you know? They put up a machine. They put so many things for him body, so many, even in brain. Why would they read in brain? The one in brain, everything down there is zero. It's not even reading again. Nothing is reading.
Now, what do you think of this
So
man?
now the hospital can't confirm I'm dead.
Now the hospital confirm I'm dead. What do you think of this man when you hear him talk? Now, he wasn't only given the oxygen. According to him, then put him for machine. And he wasn't having reading. But it was you at the initial state. You said, water don't enter in brain. That he's gone. You confirmed him dead. Initially. That was the first video I played. So why all these desperate moves? Why the desperado? Why the desperado? But now, this is the part I want you guys to just relax and pay absolute attention to. I think this is the last clip.
And started asking who go bring motor, who go rush and go because one of his leg is shaking, which means he's not dead. You get? And this one they are saying that the mortician said he's not dead. Where? Who took that one? Who told them that one? The mortician did everything and confirmed him dead, but his leg was still shaking. Based on say we'll be human. Yes, based on say we'll be human. We see the person's leg, they shake. The one we love, his leg is shaking. And they started rushing. When they even jacked him, that was when I was coming. And I started doing videos. Say, he's alive, he's alive. People started shouting, he's alive. I owned my Instagram. And I came on live. My car was outside the hospital.
Yes, I watched it as well.
My car was outside the hospital.
Yes,
I ran outside. I was even holding keke so that they will bring out Junior Pope and others. You get? So that was when they took him to the native doctor. Stanley Ajemba did not take Junior Pope to any native doctor. Stanley on top did not
bless
take
you.
Junior Pope to any shrine. I was just on live telling the world what was happening.
What was going on?
That was it.
Now, at this point, mission has been accomplished. I think what he wanted now has been accomplished. And he was now trying to change the narrative, but it's too late. Because there are evidences now of your previous clip on ground. You no love Junior Pope. Say the one we love. You love him, you see they ask who go bring motor, yet you parked your car outside. I'm coming to the keke. See, even my 2-year-old nephew no go fit make this contradiction where he just make for the last clip. He started with his leg was shaking. That who said the mortician didn't confirm him dead? He said it. He said it. Now I hope that's why I said you guys should make sure you listen. The previous video I played, he said the mortician said that there is life in him, that they should take him back to the herbalist, a bit to the jazzman or whatever, to perform some rituals and bring him back. And that was why he took it upon himself to take him there. And they bundled him. According to famous Deacon in his clip, he said few people tried to resist, but those who wanted to resist the carrying of Junior Pope away from the hospital, which was the rightful place he was supposed to be, to the shrine, were too small. The people that wanted to carry him to the shrine were much than the people that were in the opposition. He said, but his leg is still shaking. How would somebody Maybe say they don't confirm, saying system don't shut down. In leg with a shake. Do you know what? This guy was among the first people to confirm him dead. But to accomplish his mission, he has to sell a narrative to the gullible Nigerians. In legs did a shake. He said this particular, what I just said, he said it like, man, he was there when his leg was shaking. And that was when he started saying, who get motor to make we carry him, they go the herbalist. This same place again, he changed the narrative to, he was just coming in. Again, just imagine, that as he was just coming in, that was when they were shouting, he's alive, he's alive. And they jacked him. But the same him again said as he parked his car, he held keke. What are you holding the keke for? Make you see as this guy implicate himself, scatter. He just came down and you, okay, he's alive, he's alive. You went to hold keke first. You said you were just coming in. Initially, you said you were there when his leg was shaking. Later, you changed the narrative in one video that you were just coming in and his leg started shaking. And people started jacking him up that he's alive. And all you could do when they say he's alive is to go and hold keke. Hold keke, where do you want to take him to? Now you see there was a plan. There was a pre-plan. Like I said, he raised the alarm so that they can go accomplish the mission, which they did. The guy indicted himself for this last clip. Bad. They go, hold keke for waiting. That was when he said he brought out his Instagram and started shouting, he's alive. Junior Pope is alive. Things that baffles me in all of this story. The first one is the guts. Is the guts to pull out such a stunt. But I understand. I think it's a matter of life and death. For him, that's Stanley. I think for him, it's like a matter of life and death. He must pull out that stunt. Because the guts involved is too much. He's not a family member to make. Those kind of decisions should come from a family member. And when it's not even family member, it should be a family decision. It should be a collective decision. You can't just wake up and take somebody's son that is in the hospital to Babalawo. Junior Pope is a public figure, not a public property. The second thing I find funny here is the wife was there because from the full clip, the famous deacon, he came into the hospital with Junior Pope's wife. They came together. Why would the wife allow them take the husband? Because according to famous deacon, he was on the opposition that he shouldn't be taken. I think at that point, since somebody you came with was in the opposition, I think you should stand with him. Where are you taking my husband to? For what? But maybe I could understand with her that at that point she's in a dire situation. All she wants is breathe of air into her husband so that he could get life. So anything goes. Acceptable. Now the other part to this is the way they personalized their target. It was just all about Junior Pope. Mind you, they brought two people from the river. One crew member and one Junior Pope. But nobody was concerned about the crew member. Everybody was concerned. The whole people that wanted to bundle him out were concerned about Junior Pope. Even in the hospital, there was some sort of mild drama. Because when they wanted to take Junior Pope away, the crew member association went to block the road with the dead body of the other colleague and said, no, they can't. If they're taking Junior Pope out of this place, they must take their own colleague. And that was how there was a delay. And later they made provision for car and they put the other guy inside one of whatever and they took two of them there. But the truth is, the major concern in that incident that they were supposed to take to Babalawo was JP. It was some sort of personalized situation that it must be JP. Two people were dead, but you say one person is out. The other person's leg, you said is not shaking, but it was JP's leg that was shaking. How would you say they confirmed somebody's system is shut down, but yes, but his leg is still shaking? What kind of lie is that? So when I started this story with what I said about this guy, I hope at this point I'm being justified. Thank you guys for watching.